welcome to our tribute to 30 years of Company B on the air. The show Mail Call entertained our troops through World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. These were radio broadcasts that were audio recorded on V discs and also preserved on film, then shipped both overseas and stateside to military bases worldwide. Stars would gather at the KBFC studios in glamorous downtown Hollywood, as you are again tonight. Now, sit back and enjoy the entertainment as our familiar announcer, Sammy Edwards, will kick things off after a little warm-up for you folks. And now, ladies and gentlemen, before we officially start, to set the mood, please welcome the multi-talented singer and comedian, Ms. Fran Powers.
Places, lights ready, sound rolling, begin to record, cameras rolling.
Company B, Mail Call, the 40s, production number C-8761, segment 1.
Cameras ready. We will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2,
from the United States of America. Stand by, Americans. Stand by, servicemen and women of the United Nations. Here's Mail Call. Elected by those serving as one of the 3 top radio programs presented regularly by Armed Forces Radio from 64 American stations, 140 government and foreign stations, 118 overseas camp radio bases, and from dozens of powerful shortwave stations and motion picture theaters beamed all over the globe. Transcriptions of this program reach every American overseas who can find time to lend an ear via radio or watch presentations on the big screen. Produced by your requests, Mail Call salutes every state and presents stars from your home territory. On behalf of Armed Forces Radio, this is Sammy Edwards saying, believe in yourself, your fellow man, and the red, white, and blue. These beliefs will ensure one thing, victory. The time, the 1940s. The setting, World War II, wartime, and the post-war years. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the men and women of Company B. Girls, our theme song, please.
was a famous trumpet man from out Chicago way. He had a boogie style that no one else could play. He was a top man at his craft. But then his number came up and he was gone with the draft. He's in the army now, although in reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. He needed blow bugle for his Uncle Sam. It really brought him down because he couldn't jam. The captain seemed to understand, because the next day the cap went out and drafted a band. And now the company jumps with me was reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. He goes and to the bar. The boogie rhythm, you can't blow a note unless the basic guitar is played with love. He makes the company jump when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B.
Some boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B.
And when he plays, he makes the company jump into the bar. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B.
Toot toot, he goes and eats to the bar. The company jumps when he plays reveille.
He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Puts the boys to sleep with boogie every night and wakes them up the same way in the early fright. They clap their hands and stamp their feet because they know how he plays. When someone gives him a piece, he really breaks it up when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Da 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 da. And the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Da 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 da. And the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B.
Thank you, girls. Folks, while we get set up, I'd like to tell you a few jokes.
Popcorn, get your popcorn, you peanuts. Anybody? Popcorn,
Hey,
peanuts.
fellas, hold it down, will you? I'm trying to entertain these people.
Oh, you go right ahead. You're not going to bother us at all. Peanuts, popcorn, peanuts.
I thank you.
Popcorn.
Here I go. This morning, a panhandler came up to me and said, "Can you let me have $120 for a cup of coffee?" And I said, $120 for a cup of coffee? Coffee's only 20 cents. And he said,
Yeah, but you don't expect me to drink into this old soup, do you?
Popcorn, peanuts. Get your peanuts. Popcorn here.
But pay no attention to them.
Peanuts.
I'm going to try again, okay? This morning I checked into my hotel, and the bellhop said, "Can I carry your bags?" And I said,
No, let her walk. Peanuts, popcorn, peanuts. Right.
imbeciles.
Don't bring religion into this.
Popcorn, peanuts.
Hey, wait a minute. I don't get it. Why are you selling snacks now?
They told us to wait until there was a lull in the entertainment.
Get your
Peanuts, popcorn, peanuts here, right here, peanuts.
Knock it off, will you? I'm trying to give these folks the benefit of my talent.
Your talent could use a benefit.
Peanuts, get your peanuts right here.
One more crack like that, and I'll walk right off this stage.
Well, that's one way to get applause.
Would you stop insulting women?
Never mind.
Hey, Slats, isn't it great being in Hollywood, California?
Boy, it sure is, Wilbur. You know, the stars are all over Tinseltown.
Sure
Well,
are.
I've been hobnobbing with the finest.
Really?
Well, I don't mean to brag, Wilbur, but just the other night at Ciro's, Rita Hayworth and Lana Turner had a hair-pulling match over me.
Yeah, but I'll bet it was your hair they were pulling.
Very funny, Wilbur. You're just jealous. Besides Lassie, who you been seen with?
Lauren Bacall.
Lauren Bacall?
Lauren Bacall.
Oh, Wilbur, you couldn't get to first base with Lauren Bacall.
I got all the way to first and all the way to second.
And?
When a terrible thing happened. Our romance was over.
Well, what happened?
Humphrey Bogart was on third.
You'll get over it. Look, Lauren Bacall was just a passing fancy.
Oh, slats, I'd never pass anything that fancy.
Look, hey, I heard you found some work recently.
I did, I'm into marketing now.
What do you know about marketing?
I mean, you know about marketing. I know all of it. I invented a new ladies' perfume.
A new lady's perfume? Well,
Yep.
that's great. Well, what do you call it?
Nothing?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Your perfume is called Nothing.
Yes, I even got all the ads ready. Want to hear it?
You do?
Yeah. Ladies, if you want to be a big hit with the gentleman tonight, wear nothing. Sorry.
Speaking of ladies, I have a double date for us set up this Saturday night.
Well, you do? That's great. But this time I want to pick between the two.
I'm not choosing?
You always choose. You know, last week, yours had teeth.
Yours had teeth too.
Did you see that tooth? Mine had so much bridge work, every time I wanted to kiss her, I had to pay a toll.
What have you got here anyway?
Donuts.
Well, donuts?
Yeah.
Hey, give me one. I'm kind of hungry.
Slats, I can't. I'm sorry. I've only got 28, and I'm going to meet 7 of my buddies, and I've only got enough to give them 13 apiece.
You've got how many donuts?
28.
And you have 7 friends?
Yes.
And you want to give them 13 apiece?
13.
Wilbur, 13 times 7 is not 28.
I know my math.
No, that doesn't come out right
It comes
at all.
out right.
Well, look, here, give me this.
Okay.
That's right. Now, hey, let's use this chalkboard over here. I want you to do some math.
Some math. Okay.
Put 13 times 7.
13 times 7. All right. 13 times 7.
All right, now you're telling me this comes up to what?
28.
Go ahead and do the math.
All right. 7 times 3.
21.
21. 7 times 1.
7.
7. 7 plus 1.
8.
8.
No, that's not
It
right.
came out right.
Wilbur, that's not how you do the
Came
math.
out right.
Look, didn't you go to school, stupid?
Yes, sir. It'll come out the same way.
We'll do it different this time. Yes, we'll divide it.
Divide.
Put 7 into 28.
All right. 7 into 28.
All right, now you're telling me that this comes up to 13.
13.
Go ahead and prove it.
All right.
Do the math.
You see that big 7? That big 7 isn't going to go into that little 2 no matter how hard you push. It ain't going to go. So for right now, you hold on to the 2. Got it? Good. Now, 7 into 2. 7 into 2?
Not
Or
at
no,
all.
7 into 8.
Once.
Once. 7 from 8.
1.
1. Now, a moment ago, I didn't use that little 2, but I'll take it now. Thank you. 7 into 21.
All 3 times.
It came out right.
No, that's not right. You're embarrassing me. Never mind this. All right, I'll tell you what, we'll do it simple this time.
Simple, I like that.
You can add, can't you?
Sure.
Yes, all right. Put 13 down 7 times.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All right, now you're telling me that all this here, comes up to 28.
28.
Go ahead and add it up.
All right. 3, 6, 9,
No,
12.
wait, never mind. I'll add it up this time.
Ooh, make it right.
That's right, now pay attention. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21.
22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28.
Sorry I asked. Hey, buddy, where'd you get all that cash?
Oh, I teach math on the side.
Never mind. Let's get out of here.
Let's roll, ladies and gentlemen. has had 5 top 10 hits in the last 8 months. The ladies' favorite, Mr. Dan Powers.
I wandered around and finally found somebody who could make me be true, could make me be blue, and even be glad just to be sad, thinking of you. Some others I see try to be boss, but they wouldn't do. For nobody else gave me a thrill. With all your faults, I love you still. It had to be wonderful. It had to be you. It had to be you. It had to be. I wandered around, finally found somebody who could make me be true, could make me blue, and even be glad just to be sad, thinking of you. Some others I've seen, I never be me, I never be cross, try to be boss, but they wouldn't do. For nobody else gave me a thrill. With all your faults, I love you still. It had to be wonderful you, it had to be you. Folks, you're most kind. We're going to keep the music going now with little Miss Candy Martin and Miss Ruby Powell in a tribute to one of Tinseltown's biggest box office attractions of the decade, Judy Garland, as they perform the Oscar-winning Best Song of 1939.
There's a
Along with his wife, Fran, in the sketch, The Cigar Counter.
Hello? Oh, hello, Mary. I was just going to call you. When are you giving me the surprise party? Tuesday night? Sure, I've got a new dress. I'm wearing it. What time Tuesday night? Oh, you can't tell me. That's the surprise? Sounds like fun. Tuesday night, don't forget to be there. Okay, goodbye.
I'll have 2 of those 10-cent cigars, please.
That'll be 20 cents.
All right. And here's $5.
Anything else?
Oh, yes, $4.80.
We haven't got cigars for $4.80.
Who wants cigars for $4.80? I want 2 cigars for 20 cents.
Well, I think you're silly to pay $4.80 for cigars that only cost 20 cents.
No, $4.80. 20 cents. Look, I don't want the cigars. Here, take them back. Now give me back my $5.
We never refund money. And besides, you have no right to leave the counter before counting your change.
Leave the counter? Count my change? I didn't leave the counter and I didn't get any change.
Look, am I going to have the same trouble with you I had yesterday? I'm going to call the house detective. Mr. Sweeney! Mr. Sweeney!
What is it, Miss Powers?
Here, have 2 cigars.
Oh, I couldn't, Miss Powers.
Go ahead, they're paid for.
Thanks. Now, what seems to be the problem?
Mr. Sweeney, this man bought 2 cigars for 20 cents and gave me $5. How much do I owe him?
$4.80.
And $4.80 from $5 is what?
20 cents.
Then doesn't that make us even?
Yeah, I guess it does.
Then throw this crook out!
Yay!
I should have known yesterday I was going to have trouble with you today.
Hello, Fran.
Hello, Dan. Don't forget the party Tuesday night.
Fran, your party was supposed to be a surprise.
Oh, darn, you spoiled it for me.
I'm sorry, forgive me. Let me have 2 cigars for 20 cents. Here's 20 cents.
Here's your $4.80 change.
Fran, you're a little mixed up. I didn't give you $5. I gave you 20 cents.
Now listen, am I going to have the same trouble with you that I had with that other fellow?
Not with me. I can use $4.80. I haven't got a cent. I'm a pauper.
You're what?
I'm a pauper.
Well, congratulations, girl or boy?
I really don't know.
Well, you better find out. Your brother will want to know if he's an uncle or an aunt.
I'll phone him when I get home. Say, Fran, do you know who you remind me of?
I do, Dan. I was once taken for Lana Turner.
Well, that's show business. You were once taken for Lana Turner, and I was taken once for grand larceny.
Oh, Danny boy, don't be silly. You don't look a bit like grand larceny.
He's sort of a big, tall, blonde fellow, right?
Right. And he's a very good dancer. Like Fred Rogers or Ginger Stare.
Kelly Jean. Say, you've got a pretty nice job here.
Job? Oh, I could have 2 jobs. This one at $10 a week and another one at $40 a week.
Then why did you take this job?
To save money, of course. Because I figure if I lose a $10 job instead of a $40 job, I'll be saving $30.
Look, at $30 a week, at the end of the year, you'll have saved yourself $1,500.
Sure, if I'm out of work for 10 years, I'll have enough money to retire.
Francis, do you mind if I change the subject?
No, it's a free country.
That's a very nice dress you have on.
I'm glad you like it. It's my party dress for Tuesday night. My sisters Jan and Nan are going too. They're twins, you know.
Jan and Nan. I didn't know you had twin sisters.
They really should be triplets because I think Jan is two-faced.
Do they look exactly alike?
Oh yeah, but it depends on who you're looking at.
I see. Is it hard to tell them apart?
Standing up or sitting down?
What difference does it make?
Well, we notice when Nan sits down and Jan stands up.
Jan
Jan seems
seems taller.
taller. Yeah. Even though they look exactly alike, it's easy to tell them apart because Nan is married.
And Jan is single.
No, Jan is married too.
Well, then how do you tell them apart?
Jan is the one with the swimming pool.
And Nan?
She sleeps on the floor.
Jan sleeps on the floor?
No, Dan. Nan. Aren't you listening?
Sorry, Fran. So, Nan sleeps on the floor?
Yes. She's got high blood pressure and she's trying to keep it down.
But Jan is the one with the swimming pool.
Yeah. We were there yesterday and we had such fun. We were diving and doing backflips. We'll have even more fun tomorrow when they put the water in it.
Well, exercise is good for you.
That's why we took the old woman with us.
You mean your mother?
No, the old woman who lives with us. She's been with us for 5 weeks now.
Is she a relative?
We don't even know her. She just wanders around the house and does anything she wants.
Now, let me get this straight. There's an old woman who wanders around your house and does anything she wants, and you don't even know her?
Sure. You see, my brother bought a ticket.
A ticket.
You see, they ran a raffle for a poor old woman and...
Your brother.
Yeah.
Fran, let's talk about anything except your family.
Then you don't want to talk about my brother?
No, I do not.
You sure?
I'm positive.
He's very tall, you know.
Fran, I don't want to talk about your brother.
His name is Stan. He's an undercover agent.
An undercover agent? Is he in the Secret Service?
Oh no, he knows about it.
Maybe I shouldn't have asked.
Last week, he went out on a murder case, and do you know Stan found that man in an hour?
He found the murderer in an hour?
No, the man who was killed.
Not only is your brother tall, but he's fast.
Yeah. And then Mr. and Mrs. Chan were having matrimonial trouble.
Mr. and Mrs. Chan, an Oriental couple, I take it.
No, they're Italian, silly. Anyway, my brother was hired to follow Mrs. Chan.
Well, I imagine she was a very attractive woman.
She was. And my brother watched her night and day for 6 months.
Well, what happened?
She finally got a divorce.
Mrs. Chan?
No, my brother's wife, Anne.
Fran. I've enjoyed every minute of it, but we've run out of time, so just wave goodbye to everybody on the front lines.
Don't you want to hear about my Aunt Peter?
No. Wait a minute. Anne, Jan, Nan, Fran, and your aunt's name is Peter?
Yes, Peter. But her last name is Pan. Does that help?
Tremendous.
She's not only tall, but she's fat.
I don't want to hear about her.
She's the one that raises flamingos.
Fran, we'll do that in our next bit.
Do you promise?
I promise.
Good. Then I'll wave to everybody and say goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Front lines. Will they see this in Japan, Dan?
Goodbye.
Stand by, we're experiencing some technical difficulties. Great job, you two.
Thanks, Roger.
Folks, give yourselves a hand. You've been a great audience so far. You're almost ready.
Thanks, Rosie. Ready when you are, Roger.
Ready? Camera's still rolling. Resume recording in 3, 2, 1.
Our next guest really needs no introduction, who, along with his brothers Leonard and Arthur, are 3 of the biggest comedy stars for MGM Studios. Please welcome the one, the only, Julius Martins.
I love you, the cop on the corner and the burglar too, the copper and the preacher and the uncle in the zoo says I love you. Everyone, no matter what, the folks over 80 and the kid of 2, the captain and the sailor and the rest of the crew says I love you. There are only 8 little letters in this word you'll find, but they mean a whole lot more than all the words combined. Everywhere, the whole world through, the king in the palace and the pauper too, the lion in the jungle and the monk in the zoo says I love you. And now, let's bring out my naughty little friend, that rascally Ruby Powell.
Who's the rascal, Julius? I'm a sweetheart.
Oh, Ruby, it's a good thing that this is radio. What would my wife think?
You let me know when she sees the newsreel footage of this, won't you, darling?
Oh, say, Ruby, did you know there were 10 men waiting for you at the stage door?
10 men waiting for little old me.
That's right.
Well, send one of them home. No.
Oh, enough of this banter. Won't you sing us a little song, darling?
I'd love to.
Ah, take it away, Ruby.
You gotta see your mama every night, or you can't see your mama at all. You gotta kiss your mama every night. She won't be home when you call. If you want my company, you can't 50-50 me. You gotta see your mama every night, or you can't see mama at all. You gotta see mama every night, or you can't see mama at all. You gotta kiss mama, treat her right, or she won't be home when you call. I don't want that kind of man that works on the installment plan. You gotta see mama every night, or you can't see mama at all. You can't see mama at all. Thank you so much, everyone. Now I want to bring out one of my favorite singers, Angela Grant.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight I'd like to sing for you a little song written by Ray Henderson and Mort Dixon, a little song called Bye Bye Blackbird. Pack up all your cares and woes, feeling low, here I go. Bye bye blackbird, where somebody waits for me, sugar sweet, so is he. Bye bye blackbird, where somebody night, blackbird, bye-bye. We're gonna wrap up this decade with a song by George M. Cohen, immortalized on film by Oscar-winning performance our friend James Cagney. Jimmy and his wife Billy are listening tonight from their vacation home in 29 Palms, California. A company beat hello to Jimmy and Billy, and now, leading us in the title number from Warner Brothers' Yankee Doodle Dandy, please welcome Slats Smith.
Clear the stage. Beautiful job, people. Segment 1 done.
Thank you, Roger. Thank you, Roger.
Segment 2. Rosie, Sammy, when you are ready, folks.
Company B, Mail Call, the 50s. Production number C-8761, segment 2. Sammy?
Welcome back, folks, as Mail Call enters my favorite decade, the 1950s. Leather jackets, bobby socks, James Dean, Marilyn Monroe, malt shops, and that newfangled piece of furniture called a television. To get things moving here once again, please welcome the one, the only, Julius Marks.
Thank you, Sammy. Hey, say, why don't you go down to the Department of Motor Vehicles and show them what a real wreck looks like? Hey, don't bring your heritage into this. Sammy mentioned television. You know, I find television very educational. Every time somebody turns on the set, I go into the other room and read a book. Everyone says, I love you. But just what they say it for, I never knew. It's just a light to draw before the horse says, I love you. Take a pair of rabbits who get stuck on each other and begin to chew. And pretty soon you've got a million more rabbits who say, I love you. When the lion gets feeling frisky and begins to roar. There's another lion who knows what he's roaring for. Everything that ever grew, the goose and the gander and the gosling too. The duck up on the water when he feels that way too says quack, quack, quack. You know, I have had a perfectly wonderful evening, but this wasn't it. Let's bring out my friends Robert Allen and Ruby Powell direct from their engagement at the Sands Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada. Well, this is a fine, this is a fine arrangement.
That it is. Right between two evils. Now let's pick one I've never had before.
Well, that leaves Wilbur.
Here I be!
Down, Wilbur, down!
Come on, lover boy.
You don't even appeal to me.
His mother should have thrown him away and kept the stork.
Now there's a man with an open mind. You can feel the breeze all the way here.
Wilbur may talk like an idiot, but don't let that fool you. He really is an idiot.
Ruby, would you ever go out with a man like that?
Bobby, I only like two kinds of men. Domestic and imported.
Say, there's a song from Gigi you two like to warble. Would you warble for us now?
Delighted, Julius.
Warble? Oh, thank you. And remember, there are no good girls gone wrong. Just bad girls found out. Thank you.
Met at 9,
Met at 8.
I was on time.
No, you were late.
Ah, yes, I remember it well. We dined with friends,
We dined alone.
a tenor sang.
A baritone.
Ah, yes, remember it well. That dazzling April moon.
There was none that night, and the month was June.
That's right, that's right.
It warms my heart to think that you remember still the way you do.
Ah, yes, I remember it well. How often I've thought of that Friday
Monday
night. We had our last rendezvous. And somehow I foolishly wondered if you might by some chance be thinking of it too. The carriage ride,
walked me home.
lost in love.
I lost a comb.
Ah, yes, I remember it well. The brilliant sky,
We had some rain
Russian songs.
from sunny Spain.
Ah, yes, I remember it well. You wore a gown of gold.
I was dressed in blue.
Am I getting too old?
Oh no, not on you. How strong you were, a young king, prince of love in every way.
Ah, yes, I remember it well. Ruby, do you ever think of marriage?
Marriage is a great institution. I'm just not ready to be institutionalized. big boy?
Well, some people claim that marriage interferes with romance. There's no doubt about it. Every time you have a romance, your spouse is bound to interfere. As Julius mentioned earlier, that number was from the MGM movie Gigi.
Didn't that win Best Picture?
Yes, indeed, for the 1958 Academy Awards.
Ah, yes. I remember it well.
Before we sing it all over again, it's time to hear once again from...
Call for Philip Morris! Call for Philip Morris!
Cute little kid.
Don't you like kids?
Properly cooked, yes. As I was saying, it is time to hear once again from Dan and Fran.
Hello, Fran. I heard you got a letter from your sister Jan.
I did.
And what did she write? I'm all a Twitter.
Well, she's just wonderful herself, but her son, Van.
Van? That's the one with the high blood pressure, the one who sleeps on the floor to keep his blood pressure down?
That's the one.
Smart kid.
Yeah.
Yes, what about Van?
Well, he broke his back.
Broke his back? How did he do that?
Well, on account of he's left-handed.
He broke his back because he's left-handed.
Yes. Well, you see, what happened was he had a donut in his right-hand pocket, and when he went to take it out with his left hand,
He broke his back?
Yeah.
Well, you tell Jan the next time to tell Van that if he's got a donut in his right-hand pocket to try to take it out with his right hand.
Yeah, but that's hard to do when you have your pants on backwards.
Van had his pants on backwards?
Yes, Dan. Well, you see, what happened was he had a suit of clothes with 2 pairs of pants, and he put 1 pair on frontwards and 1 pair on backwards.
So that he could go either way?
That's when the truck hit him.
The truck? What truck?
The truck that didn't have its lights lit.
Why didn't the truck have its lights lit?
Well, because he had a...
Hold it. Fran, did the guy in the truck have his pants on backwards, or did Van have his pants on backwards?
Dan, you're trying to confuse me.
I'm confusing you.
Van had his pants on backwards.
Oh. But the fellow in the truck, why didn't he have his lights lit?
He didn't have to. It was daytime.
Of course it was. Silly of me to ask.
Are you getting this now?
Not really. Back to the truck driver. If he didn't have his lights lit, didn't he see Van coming?
Oh, he didn't know it was Van. He saw 2 pairs of pants coming toward him and just drove between them.
Any other news from home, Fran?
Yes, I just got a letter from my other sister Nan.
Oh, what did Nan say?
She didn't say anything. She didn't phone. It was a letter. And Nan wrote it.
Pardon me. What did she write?
It's spring again, and my family is putting on a backyard circus, just like we did when we were kids.
Every spring, you kids used to put on your own circus?
Yes. Of course, admission was free, but that was only for the people who could afford it.
Well, that's because we're living in a democracy.
Oh yes, isn't it nice? Anyway, my cousin, Zoltan.
Oh, wait a minute. You have a cousin named Zoltan?
Well, his real name is Roger, but keeping with the family tradition, you know? Zoltan was the sword swallower. What a performance he put on. The kids would cheer when he put a sword 4 feet long down his throat.
Could Zoltan, really swallow a sword?
Oh, Dan, don't be silly. It was a trick. You know the scabbard the sword fits into?
Yeah.
Well, before the show, he would stick that down his throat.
I see.
Then, when he'd slip the sword into it, everybody thought he was swallowing it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a shame to fool the public like that.
But the admission was free.
Oh, I forgot. They really get their money's worth.
And my brother, Stan, before he broke his back, was a strong man. He'd come out in a leopard skin and put big nails in his mouth and twist them between his teeth until they bend. And that's quite a trick.
Yes, but he looked pretty silly walking around with all those bent teeth.
Well, they come in handy when he happens to eat a crooked ear of corn.
Yep, live and learn.
And my sister Nan was the snake charmer.
Your sister Nan, the one who so nearsighted was the snake charmer?
Yes, she had a little snake and she was supposed to put it into a basket and then blow on a flute until the snake stuck its head up. What do you suppose happened one Saturday afternoon?
She put the flute in the basket and blew on the snake?
Wasn't that awful? Oh, Dan, it wasn't a real snake. It was just a bunch of earthworms tied together.
Well, that's better. Who else was in the show?
One of the big hits was Uncle Tan and Aunt Cran.
I don't even want to ask.
Well, I'll tell you because you're dying to know. Tan was his nickname because he was so pale, of course. And Cran was named after the berry.
What was their act?
Half man, half woman.
But didn't you have two halves left over?
Oh no, they both got into one costume.
Now I get
Dan, it wasn't a picture. They did it live, in person.
it. What was your part in the circus?
I was the lion tamer.
You were the lion tamer?
Of course, I just used our house cat. For 2 weeks before the circus, I taught her all kinds of tricks. Sit on a pedestal, roll over, jump through hoops, play dead.
Sounds like a pretty smart cat.
Yeah, but when she got in front of the audience, she forgot all her tricks and just had kittens.
Caused a sensation.
It did, but what good was it? The silly thing wouldn't do it again for the second performance.
I've had enough. Say goodnight, Fran.
Good night, Fran.
Hi, folks. Boy, isn't radio great, Dan?
It sure is, Slats.
I just don't understand radio.
Me neither. How can people at home hear our voices?
Oh, that's simple. See, our voices go into the microphone, through the wires, into the tower, and with the electricity, the volts broadcast our show.
Oh.
Well, you know what volts are.
They're what?
That's right.
What are you
Volts are watts.
Then go ahead and tell me.
Well, you just said it.
She just asked you to tell me what I said.
Volts are watts.
The volts are what? What did I say?
Yes.
Volts are what? We're asking you, what's volts?
That's right. Watts, watts, watts.
What's?
Volts.
What's volts?
That's right.
Next time you're going to tell me, go ahead, tell me.
Well, that's it.
That's what?
Yes.
I'm asking you. Volts?
Watts are volts.
Next thing you're going to tell me what's on second base.
Okay. That's later.
Slats, it's a good thing those two can't mate.
Oh, two minds without a single thought.
Thank you. Sing us a song, Dan.
Yes.
I'd love to, my dear. Those fingers in my hair, that sly come hither stare, that strips my conscience bare, it's witchcraft. And I've got no defense for it, the heat is too intense for it. What good would common sense for it do? 'Cause it's witchcraft, wicked witchcraft. And although I know it's strictly taboo, when you arouse the need in me, my heart says yes indeed in me. Proceed with what you're leading me to. It's such an ancient hitch, but one that I wouldn't switch, 'cause there's no nicer witch than you. How are you doing tonight, Claire?
I'm feeling good. How are you?
I'm doing alright, enjoying the show so far.
Everybody looks great
They
tonight.
sure do. You're a wonderful audience. It's so lucky to have you tonight. 'Cause it's witchcraft, that crazy witchcraft. And although I know it's strictly taboo, when you arouse the need in me, my heart says yes indeed in me. Proceed with what you're leading me to. It's such an ancient pitch, but one that I wouldn't switch, 'cause there's no nicer witch than you. That's one of my favorite numbers written by Cy Coleman and Carolyn Lee. I think it's time that we've heard from Fran right here.
Hi, Dan. Thanks for inviting me out.
What are you going to sing for us tonight, sweetheart?
A favorite of mine by Connie Francis.
Take it away, my dear.
Stupid Cupid, you're a real mean guy.
Stupid Cupid.
I'd like to clip your wings so you can't fly.
Stupid Cupid.
I'm in love and it's a crying shame.
Stupid Cupid.
And I know that you're the one to blame.
Stupid Cupid.
Hey, hey, set me free. Stupid Cupid, stop picking on me. I can't do my homework and I can't think straight.
Stupid
I need
Cupid.
them every morning about 8:30.
Stupid Cupid.
I'm acting like a lovesick fool.
Stupid
You
Cupid.
even got me carrying his books to school.
Stupid Cupid.
Hey, hey, set me free. Stupid Cupid, stop picking on me. You mixed me up for good right from the very start. Hey, go play Robin Hood in somebody else's heart. You got me jumping like a crazy clown.
Stupid Cupid.
I don't feature what you're putting down.
Stupid Cupid.
Since I kissed his lovely lips of wine.
Stupid
The thing
Cupid.
that bothers me is that I like it fine.
Stupid Cupid.
Hey, hey, set me free. Stupid Cupid, stop picking on me. I see you guys playing over there. How's our audience doing? Is everybody having a good time? You got me jumping like a crazy cloud.
Stupid Cupid.
I don't feature what you're putting down.
Stupid Cupid.
Since I kissed his lovely lips of wine.
Stupid
The thing
Cupid.
that bothers me is that I like it fine.
Stupid Cupid.
Hey, hey, set me free. Stupid Cupid, stop picking on me. Hey, hey, set me free. Stupid Cupid, stop picking on me.
Stupid Cupid. Stupid Cupid. Stupid Cupid.
And now we're proud to present two members of our NBC television family, the stars of Just Us Kids, Candy Martin and Billy Wayne.
Hello, Miss Powers.
Thanks for inviting us. You're welcome, kids. I understand you're going to sing a popular Frank Sinatra tune for us tonight.
Yes, ma'am. We've been working real hard on it. Time to show you guys.
Joke time, here we are, joke time.
Oh, I'll leave you two with this buffoon.
Hey, what do you call the monkey?
Not buffoon. Not Bill.
Don't bring politics into this.
He's got a point there, Candy.
Yeah, good thing his hat covers it up.
I bet you don't even vote.
I registered to vote this year.
As what?
A Demopublican.
Oh,
A Demopublican. What's a Democrat and a Republican?
You can't be both.
According to my dad, I can.
How?
He says, son, you eat like an elephant, you think like a jackass. That's a Democrat. Now, that's according to my hero, Felix the cat, would say, rightio.
We're the kids, and his hero is Felix the cat.
Mine is Maverick.
Mine's Marshall Dillon.
Well, don't bring these ballerinas into this thing here. Come on. I wrote a brand new joke that I think you folks are going to enjoy.
Wilbur, you wrote a joke?
It's a brand new joke, and I don't need any help from you two, so just be quiet.
And it's a new joke.
Brand spanking new. It's about a ship, a whale, and Captain Jonah. Now, once upon a time, there was a whale.
What kind of whale?
Plain everyday whale. Well, what do you mean? What kind of whale? Be quiet.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Now, this whale was swimming in the ocean. And he was...
What ocean?
A deep ocean, one with water. Now, the whale was swimming in the ocean, and he was following a ship.
What kind of ship?
A ship that swims in the water.
Oh, a swim ship.
Yes. Swim ship. Now, the whale was following the swim ship because... Who ever heard of a swim ship?
Obviously not you. Never mind.
Calm down, Wilbur.
Now, will you please be quiet?
Wait, do you laugh at this thing?
They're laughing before they're supposed to.
Please, audience, be quiet. Wilbur is still talking. Go ahead.
How much would you charge to haunt a house?
How many rooms?
Oh, about... Now, the whale was swimming in the ocean, he was following the ship. So the captain of the ship, Captain Jonah, was worried, and he didn't want the whale to capsize the boat.
Capsize?
You know what that means, don't you?
Capsize?
Capsize.
That's a big word, capsize.
Well, what does it mean? What does capsize mean?
Capsize.
Capsize.
Capsize. 7 7/8.
Never mind, Wilbur. Go ahead.
Now, Captain Jonah didn't want the whale to 7 7/8 the boat. So he figured the only thing he could do was throw over a barrel of apples.
What kind of apples?
Apples that grow on a tree.
Well, there's all kinds of apples.
Red apples.
Baldwin apples.
Washington apples.
Crab apples!
The way this joke is going, it could be horse apples.
It's beginning to smell that way.
The whale ate the apples, and still was he hungry. Now, Captain Jonah then threw over a stool to the whale. What kind of stool?
Who said that?
I did, just in case one of you brats asked. It was a yellow three-legged camp stool with red trim.
Sounds ugly.
It was. Now, the whale... Now, the whale ate the ugly stool.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You done? Now, the whale ate the ugly stool, and still his appetite had not been appeased. Don't ask me what that means. I have no clue. Okay? Now, the whale ate the stool, and the whale ate the apples, and still he was hungry. So Captain Jonah figured the only thing that he could do was to sacrifice himself. So he jumped overboard right into the whale's mouth. And what do you think happened? That whale swam away. 3 years later, they caught that very same whale, and what do you think they found?
Now, Wilbur, wait a minute.
Stop right there.
Don't tell me you're coming up here tonight in front of all these people to tell them that old wheeze, that ancient joke.
About the time they caught the whale and cut him open, and there they found Jonah seated on a stool selling apples 3 for a quarter.
Oh, it couldn't be that one, Candy. Wilbur said it's a new joke.
knows that old joke.
Oh, hey, look at the time. We gotta go sing a song.
That's right.
Well, we'll sing your punchline later, Wilbur.
Wilbur, you go ahead and finish telling the audience though. They'll want to hear it. I'm sure.
Knock him dead, Wilbur.
Bye-bye. Poor samples. Poor buffoon.
You mean baboon.
Next time you're found with your chin on the ground, there's a lot to be learned. Just look around.
Just what makes that little old ant think he'll move that rubber tree plant? Anyone knows an ant can't move that rubber tree plant, but he's got high hopes. He's got high hopes. He's got high apple pie in the sky. So anytime you're getting low, instead of letting go, just remember that ant. Oops, there goes another rubber tree plant.
Oops, there goes another rubber tree plant.
Oops, there goes another rubber tree plant. There goes your call and you're back to the wall. There's a lot to be learned. That wall could fall.
Once there was a silly old ram, thought he'd punch a hole in a dam. No one could make that ram scram. He kept butting that dam 'cause he's got high hopes. He's got high hopes. He's got high apple pie in the sky. Hope so. Anytime you're feeling bad, instead of feeling sad, just remember that ram. Oops, there goes a billion kilowatt dam. Oops, there goes a billion kilowatt dam. All problems just a toy balloon. They'll be bursting soon. They're just bound to go pop.
Oops, there goes another problem curve.
Oops, there goes another problem curve plop.
Oops, there goes another problem curve plot.
Curve plop.
Let's keep that applause going for the beautiful Angela Grant.
Dear, I thought I'd drop a line. The weather's cool. The folks are fine. I'm in bed each night at 9. P.S. I love you. Yesterday we had some rain, but all in all, I can't complain. Was it dusty on the train? P.S. I love you. Right to the Browns just as soon as you're able. They came around to call, and I burned a hole in the dining room table and let me see nothing else for me to say, and so I'll close. Oh, by the way, everybody's thinking of you. P.S. I love you. I do my best to obey all your wishes. I put a sign up, and I've gotta buy us a new set of dishes, or wash the ones that have piled in the sink. Nothing else to tell you, dear, except each day feels like a year. Every night I'm dreaming of you. Yes, I love you. P.S. I love you. So, you heard the kids earlier, they were talking about Matt Dillon and Maverick. TV westerns in the 50s were so popular that at one point there were 36 different horse operas on 3 networks. So comedian Bob Hope once said, "I now know what NBC stands for. Nothing but cowboys." Let's bring out the Company B girls and a special guest to get us all in a western mood.
Oh, give me land, lots of land under starry skies above. Don't fence me in. Let me ride through the wide open country that I love. Don't fence me in. Let me be by myself in the evening breeze and listen to the murmur of the cottonwood tree. Send me off forever, but I ask you, please, don't fence me in.
Just turn me loose, let me straddle my old saddle underneath the western sky. Western skies. On my cayuse, let me wander over yonder till I see the mountains. See the mountains rise.
I want to ride to the ridge where the west commences. Gaze at the moon till I lose my senses. Can't look at houses and I can't stand fences. Don't fence me in.
Give me land, lots of land under starry skies above. Don't fence me in. Let me ride through the wide open country that I love. Don't fence me in. Let me be by myself in the evening breeze and listen to the murmur of the cottonwood trees. Send me off forever, but I ask you, please, don't fence me in.
Just turn me loose, let me straddle my old saddle underneath the western sky.
Under western skies.
On my cayuse, let me wander over yonder till I see the mountains rise.
See the mountains rise.
I want to ride to the
gaze at the moon till I lose my senses. Can't look at hobbles and I can't stand fences. Don't fence me in. Oh, Papa, don't you fence me in.
I'm a cowboy now. I bought a horse yesterday.
What do you know about horses?
Well, I know I love my horse.
Well, if you intend to keep a horse, then you'll have to take care of him.
Okay.
You'll have to be the horse's groom.
What?
Well, his groom. You said you loved your horse.
Yeah, but I don't want to marry him.
No. Well, when I say groom, I mean you'll have to curry the horse.
Curry the horse. He's big enough to walk himself. In fact, I plan on racing him at Hollywood Park just as soon as he stops limping on his two front legs.
I see your horse is having trouble with his forelegs.
Slats, I just got through telling you, he was only limping on his two front legs.
Wilbur, your horse's forelegs are in front.
4 legs in front? What are those things in the back, crutches?
No. I don't understand. See, your horse has 4 legs in front and hind legs in back.
4 legs in front and hind legs in back? What do I got, a centipede?
Wilbur, you don't understand. It's like 4. Our ancestors before us. You know, our forefathers.
Our forefathers.
I had forefathers, and you had forefathers.
Well, if I had 4 fathers, only one come home nights.
Nonsense, Wilbur. Look, never mind. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome once again Robert Allen.
Thank you, Slats. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The cast is going to be joining Ruby and I in a show business standard that is also beloved of our GIs. Ruby?
This is a number that has been recorded by the likes of Al Jolson, Judy Garland, and even Jerry Lewis, who have gold record hit with this number right here.
Rock-a-bye your baby with a Dixie melody. When you croon a tune from the heart of Dixie.
Man in mind, right on that Mason Dixon line, and swing it from Virginia. With all the love that's in ya.
We no more, my lady, sing that song again for me.
So soft and low, just as though you had your dream.
A million baby kisses I'll deliver the minute that you sing that Swanee River. Rock-a-bye, oh rock-a-bye baby with the Dixie melody. We no more, my lady, sing that song again for me.
So soft and low, just as though you had me on your knee.
A million baby kisses I deliver the minute that you sing that Swanee River. Rock-a-bye, oh rock-a-bye baby with the Dixie
And out. Recording segment 2 done. Dynamite cast. Take 10.
Thank you, Roger.
last but certainly not least, Vietnam veterans. Let's thank all of our veterans and active duty personnel. And now, once again, let's hear it for Sammy Edwards.
Roger, ready up in the booth?
We are, Sammy. Cass, take your marks, please. Thank you, performers. Great job so far.
Hey, Roger, would you tell me when to act dumb, please?
Sure thing, Wilbur.
Peace, brother.
Okay.
Company B, Mail Call, the 60s, production number C-8761, segment 3.
Recording in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hello once again to our armed forces and our studio audience. For our final segment, we salute the 1960s, beginning, unfortunately, with Slats and Will.
Now, Wilbur, you behave yourself now.
Knock it off, you move. Come on, let's use this table. Come on, sit over here. No, over here. There. Sorry.
Hey, Slats, I heard you talking backstage with Robert that you were going to go on a hunting trip.
Well, that I am, Wilbur.
Well, I'm a hunter.
You're a hunter?
I'd like to go hunting with you.
Oh, I can't believe you're a hunter. Wilbur, you probably don't even have a hunting license.
Oh, yes, I do. It's right here. Take a look.
That's not a hunting license. That's a picture of Sophia Loren.
You hunt what you like, and I'll hunt what I like.
Never mind. Talk some sense. Look, all right, I'll tell you what. I'm going up to the Snowy Mountains.
Snowy Mountains?
That's right. Well, if you were to go, what kind of gear would you bring?
I don't know.
Well, you need some boots, some gloves, a big heavy coat, and an ascot.
Boots, gloves, a big heavy coat, and a what?
Well, an ascot. You know what an ascot is, don't you?
Sure, I know what an ascot is, sure.
All right. Use the word ascot in a sentence.
The cow jumped over the fence and got his ass caught.
Can you say that?
I just did, you asked.
Never mind. Time to change the subject.
All right.
Thank you, folks, for joining us on this beautiful day. Ah, wilderness. The flowers are blooming, the birds are singing.
What are you talking about?
Well, I'm talking about nature, Mother Nature. You know, the birds, the bees, the flowers, the trees.
Slats, we've got a show to put on here.
I realize that, Wilbur, but you have to take time to appreciate your surroundings, the environment.
Well, I appreciate those things. I love the little birdies singing and the flowers blooming, but to this day, I can't figure flowers.
What do you mean you can't figure flowers?
Well, do flowers fool around?
Oh, come on. Flowers don't fool around.
They don't?
No, listen, hasn't one ever told you about pollination?
Well, sure they have.
All right, what is it then?
Well, that's where all that gray stuff gets in the water and the dirt gets in the air and all
No,
that.
that's pollution, you idiot. Look, pollination is for flowers. You see, all flowers have to be pollinated. Well, the male flower has pollen, which has to be sent to the female flower. Well, if there's a whole field of flowers and the male flower is in one corner of the field and the female flower is in another corner of the field, how do you suppose the pollen gets over there?
Well, I figure in the middle of the night, the male flower gets up and...
No. Look, there are 4 ways for a flower to be pollinated.
4 ways? Whee!
One way is by the wind.
The wind?
That's right.
The wind fools around with the flower?
No, certainly not. The wind just blows across the top of the flower. Now, that flower has a long, hairy stigma.
You're putting me on.
Oh, no, I'm not. You see, that flower has very dry pollen.
Dry pollen?
That's right. You see, certainly, because the wind picks up the pollen and scatters it. Now,
Okay.
that's the wind.
The wind.
Now, some flowers are pollinated by insects.
By bugs?
No insects. Now, that flower has sticky pollen.
Sticky pollen.
Yes, you see, some flowers are pollinated by hand.
Hold
And
it, hold it, hold it, hold it. What's this by hand stuff?
Oh, it's the gardener.
The gardener fools around with the flowers?
No, he's not fooling around. He has them in a hothouse.
Sure he has.
Oh, and he goes over them with a little brush.
He's a dirty old man.
No, he's not either. The man is a horticulturist.
I'll bet he is.
Well, that's what he does. Never mind. Look, other flowers use self-pollination.
Whoops.
That's right. You see, the perfect flower has both male and female parts.
Isn't that handy?
Oh, it sure is. Now, one of the most fascinating stories of nature is the relationship between the bee and the flower.
The bee fools around with the flower?
No, the bee doesn't even know he's pollinating.
You're kidding me.
No.
I've been that drunk myself.
Look, in the first place, the bee doesn't know anything about the pollen. He's only there after the nectar in the flower. And remember, the pollen is sticky, so the bee has furry little feet.
Does that help?
Well, of course it helps.
Well, I'll wear my woolly socks from now on.
Oh, behave. Look, it helps this way. You see, when the bee lights on the tip of the pistil...
The what?
Is part of the flower. Look, when he lights on the tip of the pistil, he's there to get the nectar. But the pollen sticks to his feet. So he'll leave this flower and go on to the next flower. But the pollen he picked up on the first flower will be left on the next one, and then so on, and so on, and so on.
He really gets around.
Oh, he sure does. He can cover a whole field.
New meaning to the term vitamin B.
Oh, look, have you ever seen a beehive?
Yep.
All right. Then tell me what's inside a beehive.
Well, a lot of little apartments.
No, it's called a honeycomb. And the bee we're talking about doesn't have any sex.
What?
That's right, he's a worker.
Yeah?
Yeah, his whole day is work, work, work. That's all he does.
That's all he does.
You see,
Well, after work, couldn't he?
no, I told you, he has no sex. Look, he's a worker. He's neither male nor female. He's neutered.
I don't understand.
Listen to me. The bees are produced of the queen bee. The queen bee lives 15 to 20 years and produces thousands of bees. But she only experiences romance once.
She didn't like it?
No, it's not that she didn't like
Well,
it.
she should try it
No,
again.
her job
You know,
is
I
to...
didn't like asparagus at first, but I like it now.
That has nothing to do with this. Look, never mind. Have you ever heard of the nuptial flight?
Is that United or TWA?
No, talk some sense. Look, the nuptial flight of the queen bee. You see, on the day of the nuptial flight, the drones, or the male bees, are seen only once. Now, on this day, the young virgin queen leaves the hive, and all the drones, well, they fly after her.
Sounds like high school.
Do you mind?
Sorry.
Look, all the drones fly after her, but only one gets her.
One gets her. He gets her, huh?
There's nicer ways of putting it.
Sorry.
Now, look, this drone becomes the prince consort to the queen.
They're Jewish?
No, they're not Jewish.
Well, I'm Jewish.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm Jewish. Hey, by the way, do you know why all Jewish men are circumcised?
No. Why are all Jewish men circumcised?
Well, it's a well-known fact. No Jewish woman will touch anything that's not at less 15% off.
Never mind. Let's get back to the bees. Look, you see, with the bees, their marriage takes place in the air.
In the air?
Yes, they consummate their marriage in the air while they're flying along.
While they're flying along? The only way to fly.
Would you be serious?
Okay.
Now look, what do you suppose the queen bee does the minute it's over?
Has a cigarette.
No! She's so excited to start a new life that she just takes off.
On their honeymoon? On their wedding night?
That's right, so fast that she always takes part of it with her when she goes.
That's terrible. Which part?
Well, it's the reproductive part.
That's horrible.
Why, it's all over for him.
I guess so.
He's done his job.
That's his job?
Yes.
He should have thrown her in the hothouse with the horticulturist.
Oh, behave. Now look, the queen bee will go on now and never have sex again.
I guess not. The word gets out.
What word?
Watch out for Queenie boys. She'll grab it and run.
Knock it off.
Hey, blood poison. Come over here. You're about to fall heir to a kitten's stocking.
What's a kid stocking?
A sock on the puss.
Call for Phil Morris!
Got that one coming.
Let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees. and a thing called love. When I look into your big brown eyes, it is very plain to see that it's time you learn about the facts of life. Start from A to Z. Let me tell you about the birds and the bees, the flowers and the trees, the moon up above, and a thing called love. Let me tell you about the birds and the bees, the flowers and the trees, the stars in the sky, the girl and the guy. The birds and the bees, the flowers and the trees, the stars in the sky, the girl and the guy. The birds and the bees, the flowers and the trees, the stars in the sky, a girl and a guy.
I don't think I'll ever forget Slack's trying to explain to Wilbur about the birds and the bees, better known as sex.
Well, maybe you should just sit down with Wilbur and explain it to him. You always said explaining it was easy.
I never said it would be easy. I only said it might be worth it.
You know, I'd like to meet the person who invented sex. Just to see what they're working on now. Oh, love.
Oh my. Sex with love is the greatest thing in life, but sex without love?
That ain't so bad either. You know, I remember the first time I had sex.
And I'll bet you still have the receipt.
I always said a woman should be upseen and not heard. Hey, Ruby, I heard you got quite a past.
That I do, and I'll bet you hope history just keeps on repeating itself.
I wish you'd keep my hands to yourself.
Well, it's the end of another long day, and I can't wait until I get back to bed. And if that doesn't work, I'll just try to go to sleep. It's time we introduce the next song. You know, I love good music.
So do I. Let's get out of here.
Oh, say the secret word, and Julius will take the phone.
What? My dressing room ain't good enough for you.
Oh, the sun beats down and burns the tar up on the roof. And your shoes get so hot you wish your tired feet were fireproof. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea, yeah. On a blanket with my baby is where I'll be.
Under the boardwalk,
Out of the sun,
under the boardwalk,
we'll be having some fun.
under the boardwalk,
People walking above,
under the boardwalk,
we'll be falling in love.
under the boardwalk, boardwalk.
From the park you can hear the happy sounds from the carousel. And you can almost taste the hot dogs and french fries they sell. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea, yeah. On a blanket with my baby is where I'll be.
Under the boardwalk,
Out of the sun,
under the boardwalk,
we'll be having some fun.
under the boardwalk,
People walking above,
under the boardwalk,
we'll be falling in love.
under the boardwalk, boardwalk.
Well, has Wilbur been taken? No, not really, right? He's a bit of a simpleton, but we still love him. Oh, under
Under the boardwalk,
Out of the sun,
under the boardwalk,
we'll be having some fun.
under the boardwalk,
People walking above,
under the boardwalk,
we'll be falling in love.
under the boardwalk, boardwalk.
Going with a Dean Martin favorite.
How lucky can one guy be? I kissed her and she kissed me. Like the fellow once said, ain't that a kick in the head?
The room was completely black. I hugged her and she hugged back. Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the boat?
My head keeps spinning, I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful.
Hot sunshine enough to spread. It's just like the fella said. Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head?
Like the fellow once said, ain't that a kick in the head?
Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the boat?
My head keeps spinning, I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful.
She's telling me we'll be wed. She's picked out a king-size bed. I couldn't feel any better, or I'd be sick. Tell me quick, oh, ain't love a kick? Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head?
And Sammy Kahn tune. Now, a little change of pace.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
I see skies of blue, clouds of white, bright, blessed day, dark, sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying,
Satchmo Louis Armstrong, considered one of America's great pastimes. And now, here's a Company B tribute to another great American pastime, baseball.
What are you doing out here?
Well, I'm a reporter and I want to do a story on your team, but I don't know the names of any of the players.
Well, you know, nowadays you give players funny names.
Funny names?
We got funny names, and you know, nicknames. Now let's see, we have on the bags, who's on first, what's on second, I don't know who's on third.
Well, that's what I want to find out.
Well, that's what I'm telling you. Who's on first, what's on second, I don't know who's on third.
Are you the guy that knows all the players?
Well, certainly.
Well, then who's on first?
Well, that's right.
I mean the fellow's name.
Who?
The guy playing first.
Who?
The first baseman.
Who's on first?
What are you asking me for?
I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. Who's on first?
I'm asking you who's on first.
Well, that's the man's name.
That's whose name?
Yes.
So go ahead and tell me.
Who?
The guy playing first.
Who?
The first baseman.
Who's on first?
This thing on first here, is he any good?
Well, the best. I got a contract with him.
You got a contract with who?
That's right.
So who signed the contract?
Well, it's no good unless he signs
It's
it.
no good unless who signed it?
That's right.
So who signed it?
Well, absolutely.
When you pay off the first baseman every month, who gets the money?
Every dollar of it, and why not? The man's entitled to it.
Who is?
Yes.
So who gets it?
Well, that's right. Although sometimes his wife drops in and picks it up.
Whose wife?
Yes.
All I'm trying to find out is what's the guy's name on first base?
No. Don't go switching them around. What's on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who is on first?
I don't know.
Oh, he's playing third and we're not even talking about him.
How did I get on third?
Well, you mentioned the man's name.
If I mentioned the third baseman's name, who did I say is playing third?
Look, who is on first?
Stay off of first! I want to know what's the third baseman's name.
What's on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who is on first?
I don't know.
He's playing third.
What is the fellow's name on third base?
What is the fella's name on second base?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who is on first?
I don't know. Third base. You got an outfield?
Well, of course.
The left fielder's name.
Why?
I don't know. I just thought I'd ask you.
Well, I just thought I'd tell you.
Then tell me who is playing left field.
Look, who is on first?
Stay out of the infield. I want to know what's the left fielder's name.
What's on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who is on first?
I don't know. Third base. You got a pitcher on the team?
Well, now, wouldn't this be a fine team without a pitcher?
The pitcher's name.
Tomorrow.
You don't want to tell me today?
I'm telling you.
Then go ahead.
Tomorrow.
What time?
What time what?
What time tomorrow are you going to tell me who's pitching?
Who is not pitching? Who is
I'll
over here?
break your arm, you say who's on first. I want to know what's the pitcher's name.
What's on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who is on first?
I don't know. Third base. Got a catcher on the team?
Well, of course.
Catcher's name.
Today.
Today.
That's right.
And tomorrow's pitching.
Well, yes.
So we got us a couple days on the team.
I can't help that.
Well, I'm a catcher too.
I'll bet.
I'd like to get behind the plate, do some fancy catching. Tomorrow's pitching on my team, and a heavy hitter gets up.
Well, all right.
Tomorrow throws the ball, the guy bunts the ball. So me being a good catcher, I'm going to throw the guy to first base. So I pick up the ball and throw it to who?
Now, that's the first thing you've said right.
I don't even know what I'm talking about!
That's all you have to do.
Is to throw the ball to first base.
Well, that's right.
Then who gets it?
Naturally.
If I throw the ball to first base, somebody's got to catch it. Now who caught it?
Naturally.
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 Yes.
So I pick up the ball and I throw it to naturally.
No, you pick up the ball, throw it to first base, and who gets it?
That's what I'm saying! That's what I just said! Now, the guy throws the ball to first. Whoever it is drops the ball and the guy runs to second. Who picks up the ball and throws it to what? What throws it? I don't know. I don't know. Throws it back to tomorrow. A triple play.
Well, all right.
Another guy gets up, and it's a long fly ball to because. Why? I don't know. He's on third, and I don't give a damn.
What'd you say back there?
I said I don't give a damn.
Oh, he's our shortstop. And now, one more time, Robert Allen.
Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, and I'll watch them roll away again. Oh, I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. I left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay. I had nothing to live for, seemed like nothing's gonna come my way. Oh, I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Looks like nothing's gonna change. Everything remains the same. I can't do what 10 people tell me to do, so I guess I'll remain the same. Sitting here resting my bones, and this loneliness won't leave me alone. 2,000 miles I've walked just to make this dock my home. Now I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And now, for the mail call Company B players, roll call. Everyone front and center.
Theme song.
He was a famous trumpet man from out Chicago way. He had a boogie style that no one else could play. He was a top man in his craft. But then his number came up and he was caught with the draft. He's in the army now, a blowing reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B.
The baby roll bugle boy's Uncle Sam. They really brought him down because he couldn't jam. The captain seemed to understand, because the next day the captain went out and drafted the band. And now the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B.
A tootly on the toot, he plays an A to the bar.
The boogie with long, he can't blow a note unless the face the guitar is playing with long. He makes the company jump when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He puts the boys to sleep the boogie every night and wakes them up the same way in the early fright. They clap their hands and stamp their feet. He doesn't know how he plays when someone gives him a beat. He really breaks it up when he goes rattling. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy company beat. Da 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 da
Worldwide and come home safe. And good night to you, our studio audience. This is Sammy Edwards on behalf of Company B, signing off.
He's the boogie woogie bugle boy company B.
Company B, mail call, production number C-8761. And out. That's a wrap, folks. Curtain call.